feel like I'm so low.
You know, I was going to ask if you could sit on this pillow.
Yeah, like maybe I'll sit on the pillow.
Honey, all these things, you never, all of these, that's better.
Okay.
Now get the other pillow.
I love
it.
You
see how low this is?
Yeah. Would it work better if we both were on different sides?
Well, I think it'll work like this.
I think it's better like that.
Yeah.
It looks better now.
What is this? Okay. It's live at least. Hey, Bernadette, how you doing, sweetie? Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, while we're getting all this together, they're so sweet to me. Love you all. Hey. I'm in Washington D.C. You can't really see from the Capitol and whatnot, but that is where we are, and we're on our way to the Black Caucus.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, and hey, sending you all so much love tonight. Gonna be up in a couple of minutes. Really, not even a couple of minutes, in a few seconds. And so, let me do this. Things are all over the place. Oh! I am not typically this out of sorts. This looks like this is crazy today. This is the day the Lord has made. And rejoicing and glad in it. Okay. The heat was walked in here and it was 68 degrees, you guys. How you doing? Sending you so much love. Hey. You know what? I'm in Washington, D.C. at the Black Caucus weekend. And you know what? When you're here, you just, you know what? Let's bring that. Okay. Hey. Hey, everybody. And we are up in 20 seconds. I think this is going to be what we're going to do tonight. I have a young man who I met this morning on the plane, and I really want to introduce you to him. You know who I am, everybody. And this is just such a wonderful story. And we are up into, hey, everybody, welcome to the Santita Jackson Show here on AM 950 Radio, the voice of progressive Minnesota. It's a joy to be with you all. Yes, late at night. Late Night with Santita. No, we're not going to rename the show. But you know what? I got on the plane this morning. I had to come to Washington, D.C. I am in Washington, D.C. for the Congressional Black Caucus weekend. And I'm very, very excited to be here. As you know, my brother, Congressman Jonathan Jackson, is a member, and I come to support him. But I also get a chance to see a lot of people, meet a lot of people. I was honored to have a prominent group of businesswomen give me an honor this afternoon. It was so wonderful, so wonderful. Thank you, Livonia Perryman. Oh, you so sweet.
Fantastic speech. Oh my God.
He is just, I appreciate it. And thank you. And Isaiah Thomas, Zeke from Chicago. That's right, the legendary bad boy, who was so moving, so moving. He's someone, we go back with him almost 50 years. I've been watching him play high school basketball, and then we just watched him go from strength to strength while keeping strong ties to the west side of Chicago, a neighborhood that is desperately in need of reinvestment, but he's continued to invest. So to be amongst so many distinguished people, the Shirley Chisholm Unbought and Unbossed Award, it was really, really something wonderful to receive. And I want to thank Livonia Perryman and this wonderful group of phenomenal women for bestowing the honor upon me and my mother, because I accepted it really in her name, because she's really critical to making me the woman that I am. Hey, everybody, let's talk about learning. You know, in the next hour, we're going to be talking about politics. We're here in Washington, D.C., at the Congressional Black Caucus weekend. And my question is, just what are the big issues facing us? We're going to be talking about that in the next hour. But I'm also wanting to talk about education. The Department of Education is on the chopping block. This is an education department that was developed by Dr. Mary Frances Berry, the renowned educator. Indeed, she's the first African American to be the head of a major white university, the University of Colorado in Denver, more than half a century ago. She's absolutely brilliant, and she's been a civil rights advocate for so many, many, many years. And I can tell you what it means to have public education, equal access to equal high quality education. Indeed, that is an amendment to the Constitution that my brother, former Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr., who's running for Congress again, he fleshed that out with the iconic Reverend Frank Watkins, to get equal access to equal high quality education. And when I was growing up, and I went straight through public school, and quite frankly, my whole family did. Uh, you might hear that we went to private school. My brothers went to prep school for like 4 years, but that was it. We are products of the public school system. And when I was in public school, you had the trades, you had after school programs, you saw the development in our children, and you saw that's how you got an Isaiah Thomas, although he ended up going to a Catholic high school. He was developed in the public school system, as was Magic Johnson, as was Michael Jordan. I mean, and it's very interesting because now this new generation, they don't have that same space. And I'm looking at how we can make learning fun again, how we can make it interesting. And if it's something that you really, really want and something that you want to do, you'll fight for it. And maybe we're not fighting for education, because many of us don't see the point. We have a lot of geniuses out here. A lot of, hey, come on, that's right, that's right. We have a lot of brilliant, brilliant people out here whose minds need cultivation. And they need people who love them, who care for them, who want to work with them. I met this young, brilliant man. We ended up sitting together on the plane. He was so kind to me as we were walking onto the plane, and then we just started talking. You know me, I'm a chatterbox. But he was very, very nice and talkative too. But it turns out he went to the University of Illinois, Champaign, Urbana. One of the top schools in the country. Indeed, they're part of the new Ivies, quite frankly. That's what they're characterized as. These public universities that give you a superior education, superior access. Brilliant mathematical mind. And he's just a success story in and of himself. Married to a physician. They have 4 children. And it's just a wonderful thing to see someone so young doing that internal work. But he has something that's very interesting. And I was fascinated because this is something that my brother, Congressman Jonathan Jackson, he became an enthusiast about chess and children. Yeah. Because he said he had noticed that chess there were so many advantages to learning chess, learning how to play it, the patience, the skills, the analytical development, and on and on and on and on. And he's developed a program starting with young kids who are as young as 6, and they're winning championships all over the country. So I want to welcome to the show, Shawn Sorsby. Did I get it right? Sorsby. You don't got it wrong. Yeah, see, right. Sorsby.
That's right.
There you go. Come on, got you now. But Shawn, first of all, welcome to the show. And it's been wonderful. We've been hanging out all day.
Look, I feel so honored to be here, y'all, because I feel like I'm sitting with the legend.
Oh, no.
You know, and just to hear you speak today and hear more about your story. You know, when I think about youth development, the person that you became today happened a long time ago.
Oh,
you know, and they're the things that we can instill in our children from a young age that's going to really help them just grow and thrive. So just hearing your story today, I just feel honored just to just to
Well,
have me here. So thank you for that.
well, as we say in Spanish, igualmente, because I feel honored to hear your story. You could be many places right now. There are parties all over town. It's starting in my lobby of my hotel. He walked in, he said it's party central. And it is. But that having been said, you're so impressive. And the fact that you and your wife are giving back to our children, you have a very special program. What's the name of it?
Program is A Step Ahead Chess. Been around since 2013. We've been incorporated since 2018. And we work with youth ages 6 and up. Although my son, who turned 7 yesterday, he's been
Happy
playing.
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Taj. He's been playing and competing since he was 4. So we start very early, and it's way bigger than chess, right? We want to get them exposed, not only to chess lessons and tournaments, but one of the things that we do is we do chess exploration trips. So I was telling Santita that just this past summer we came back from Atlanta, Georgia, y'all, and it was through the lens of a chess competition, but it was all about the life experience. So we did museums, we did a college tour by Morehouse. We competed in the competition, and one of our students took first place in every single category. Last year we actually came here to DC, where we did monuments, college tour at Howard, competed in a tournament there, and the students took first place. But it's way more than chess. I mean, it's all about the life skills that they're getting, the critical thinking, the focus, the concentration, and all that is happening while you're playing a game. So you're making learning fun and building this community of like-minded students, and it's just amazing to see. Like, I look back, a lot of our students stay in the program for a long time. So looking at the ones that's started very young, and now they're going off to high school. Some of those high schools are going off to college and getting full-ride scholarships and becoming engineers and computer scientists. And it all started just, with just this love for learning. And that's something that I think we really got to bring back. Is really important to our young folk.
What is it about chess that spurs so much development? I mean, I saw this with my own nephews in particular. And my brother, Congressman Jonathan, my brother, he would drive if it was in the region, and he'd fly if the competitions were elsewhere. But he was very, 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 very deliberate about having them play chess, and not only play chess, but be in tournaments and compete. What is it about chess? And then help me to understand what I mean, the desire to compete.
Yeah.
What is it about
so
chess?
this
Explain chess.
morning when you met me, right, I had that hoodie on that said chess and not checkers.
That's right.
Right? And it's nothing against checkers. I love checkers. It's a fun game. You could probably learn checkers in maybe one day and be pretty good at it. Chess is not like that. Chess takes a long time to get good at. You're actually going to lose a lot when you start. We actually have a mantra where we tell our young people, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. Right? So it's the idea that you shouldn't be afraid of failure. You should run to failure because you're actually learning through that process. So I think it's the process that you fall in love with. It's kind of like life, where you don't just get it right the first time. You make a lot of mistakes. You do a lot of different trials and tribulations, but you keep going and look back and say, wow, look how far I've come. And it really inspires you to keep on going. And when you're doing that with other young people, other like-minded people and families all together, it's just a special thing to see, because you'll have someone new come in and say, oh my gosh, I went to this tournament, I lost all my games. And one of the older students, so we actually call them stormers. Once we compete, we call them stormers. So they have that. That's a good question. There's actually, no one's ever asked me that. Well, not like that. So there's actually a strategy in chess called pawn storming, where the pawns, which are the smallest piece on the board, they can work together to advance to the end. And when a pawn gets to the end, it can become the most powerful piece. So you have these young people that might be seen as being, are you just a child? You're not important. But when they work together, they can push forward and become.
Or you're just a girl, or you're just black, or you're just poor and white, or you're just dot. But if we come together,
yes,
wow.
yeah. So they're the stormers, and you have an older stormer say, "Oh, when I first started, I was losing my games too, but look at me now, like I'm winning trophies." He said, "Really, you were losing? You're so good now." It's part of the process. You have young people encouraging other young people to say, "It's not a loss; it's a lesson." Right? And that's what I see, like that like inspires me when I see it, like, oh my goodness. And I don't think I told you a lot about our coaching training program. So we serve about 300 students right now on the south and west sides of Chicago mostly, but it's a hybrid program, so they're really all over the country right now. And there's so many, we couldn't coach them all. So we realized there was a problem where there weren't a lot of young black and brown coaches, right? Coaches that look like these students that we wanted to serve. So we realized we had to grow it ourselves. So we have a coaching training program where as early as high school, the players can become mentors and coaches, paid mentors and coaches to our K through 8 students. And that's just another thing that inspires them, because they say, wow, hold on, I can see a pathway now. I'm playing chess and I love these tournaments. I'm meeting all these cool folks, but I can get a job doing this and make money doing chess, something that I love to do. So there's so many pieces of it, but it's just all coming together, and I'm just really grateful.
How did you start playing chess, and when?
So people ask me that, and they think I've been playing like since way back. And actually, I thought chess was for nerds. I did not want to play chess, y'all.
But wait a minute, did you major in math?
I majored in architecture, and I taught math.
Okay, so nerd. With all due respect, hey,
yes,
I'm not mad. I've been accused. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I mean, but I'm just saying that to me, what happened to you?
Nerd, but didn't want to be labeled as a nerd because that wasn't cool. Smart wasn't cool, right? And I was actually a chess club at my high school at Morgan Park. I got invited to join the chess club. And I said, chess? Hell no. What am I doing? Chess is for nerds. Like, how's that going to help me talk to girls? Right? So I did not want to play chess. I got introduced to chess at U of I. Some members of my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha. They were playing chess, and it was just really casual. And one of the older brothers took me to a chess club. I remember my first day there. There was a young girl named Penny. She was like 10 years old. Penny crushed me. And I'm like, this little kid beat me. And not only that, but then she went back and like redid the moves like from the beginning and said, oh, right here, you're supposed to make the book move. I said, there's a book? What is this? And that's when I really said, oh, it's really chess, not checkers. You got to study this thing, right? So I just fell in love then with it. And when I started teaching math, I started chess clubs at the schools I was teaching, just to connect with kids outside the classroom. And we saw that the students in chess, their math scores were going up. I started researching, like, how is chess helping students with math? Oh, it's the critical thinking. It's the problem solving, right? You can sit there and focus on the chess game for an hour. You can apply those same skills to your work, to everything that you do in life. But you're doing it while you have fun, right? And like that's the like secret sauce with it.
But then you also emphasize the fact that you are working in groups. They're working together. They're not just competing with each other. They are in concert with one another. I mean, okay, like in choir, you're going to have a soloist or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or more. But there's nothing like the perfect blend, right? And as thrilling as the great soloist is, when you hit that perfect note, oh my goodness, everybody wants to pass out. And it seems to me that as these young kids come together and they figure it out, it seems to me that they mature. Do you see that too? I mean, socially, do you see advancement?
The social emotional benefits, right? Because this is competition, but it's healthy competition. And the thing
what's the difference?
Well, some competition could be you want to actually, it's all about winning, and to the point where you want to actually demean your opponent. but we're all on the same team. So playing someone that's better than you and losing to them actually makes you better, right? If I wanted to get good at basketball, like we saw Isaiah Thomas today, I would play with someone like Isaiah Thomas. Now he will whip my butt, but I'm gonna get better, and he's gonna teach me, right? And the thing about it is that we are, in a way, making the world smaller, I think, because all the barriers that exist, right? Race, gender, age, physical ability. None of that matters in chess. Doesn't matter. You can have an old white man play a young black girl, and that black girl could beat him. Doesn't matter where you're from. No matter how big you are, how strong you are, right? That thing like breaks down the barriers, and you see these young people from all different walks of life come together. Like they ain't thinking about where you're from. If you're from the north side, south side, west side, they all come together over the love of this game. And I think that's the beautiful part. And you see our parents from all over, they're coming together saying, wow, look how this is impacting our child. You know? It's really cool. And I look back and I'm like, I'm just so thankful. I don't know how we got here.
Well, you know what? Give me a few stories.
Yeah.
You know, of some of these young people, because the reason, I mean, and when you and I, the longer you and I talked, I said, I want to interview you tonight. And you were like, whoa, okay. Because in America, we've moved to AI, artificial intelligence. We don't read anymore. Or should I say, we're reading less and less and less, reading books less and less and less. And you're seeing fewer and fewer newspapers. People say, well, I can go online. But no, there's something to getting the newspaper and sitting down and reading it and having something in your hands. We're losing our humanity. And I get the sense with chess, there's something to be said for working through an issue or problem together with another human being. I mean, you know, they're going to have umpires that are robots in baseball, which I think is a horrible idea. Because we don't need another robot. We need some more people, right? And because I get the sense that in chess, people want to play each other. Why?
When we went to New York City a couple years ago, one of our favorite parts of that trip was going to Washington Park. So you got all the like OG players, right?
And let's just describe Washington Park is in the lower part of Manhattan, and you see, like you said, these old men who are out playing all chess game all day long,
hustling to y'all, like taking people money.
Okay.
You know,
all day long.
So we walk up with 20 young people saying, hey, let's play, y'all. It was, and I'm talking about an amazing experience. You're talking about some of our players actually beat some of the players there.
Really?
But a lot of them, they were like teaching, right, in this way that they hadn't really seen before. And to see that, wow, like chess is it's so massive, right? Where you can have people from all walks of life, and they're like, wait, these guys are chess players too, and they got a little different skill. Like it's almost like someone that went pro, and then they go see some like street ballers, and the street ballers got a different little style and flavors. But like
Rucker,
right
in New York, that's right.
But some of those players are better than players that are
absolutely
that are up in the league.
Absolutely,
yeah. So I think it's that part. Like it's like wow, like you sitting across from someone who is different than you in so many ways, but not only are you connecting, but you have a certain level of respect for them, right? Like, oh man, that was a good move. Hold on, like how did you do that? Right? You're not upset. You're thinking like, oh maybe I can add that to my thing. Hey, can you teach me how you did that? Right? And just this thing of learning together is. I think that's what the human experience is really supposed to be about.
When you say, and I know I'm going between the social and the academic, but one question begs another. What is it about chess? I mean, dig down a little bit more. on why math scores are enhanced. Um, by the way, music does the same thing, and that's being removed from schools. We used to have chess clubs, you know, more of them than we certainly have now. What is it about chess? Explain chess to me. Why is it? Because honestly, I've never really looked at it, and I know Bobby Fischer. I know some of the great geniuses, of the game, right? And that's from 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But what is it? Help me to understand. What is the point? What's the point of chess? What is the game? Give me the cliff notes on that.
It's a different way I can describe it. So there are three parts of a chess game.
Okay.
We have the opening of the game, right, where we're trying. Our goal is to develop our pieces. So
Mm-hmm.
I need to get all my guys out, my knights, my bishops. I got to get everybody out into the game. And what we say is that, right, you want to get them to the center, right? Because when you control the center of a chess game, you control all the action going on. So it's similar to having options, right? Like if I have my piece on the edge of the board, it has less options. Where you have less options to move, you're not going to make the best choices. The more options and choices you have, the better decisions that you're going to make, right? So that's something that can really relate to life,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then you have the mid game. The mid game is about tactics and strategies, right? And that's where all this problem solving comes into play. And I think that's really where the math comes in, because math is all problem solving.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, I think some people will tell you, well, I'm not good at math. No, you just didn't really learn properly. Because with math, every step may, all together, it may seem very complicated. Mm-hmm. But if you just do one step at a time.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Right? So if we look at, I'm just thinking about what we're speaking about today, like this, mm-hmm. the struggle of our people.
Yeah.
If we look at everything in totality,
it's insurmountable.
Oh my gosh, this is overwhelming. Mm-hmm. How can we do it? Well, just build brick by brick. If I put one brick together this day, another brick together, and another brick, but you know what? You got a whole wall. You build a whole wall, but you got a whole house. You got a whole house, you got a whole community. Right? Mm-hmm. It's similar with chess, where again, you're not going to get good the first day. You may play years and years and years. I just started playing golf. Very similar. Golf, you go out there, you don't know what, you swinging the ball going all crazy kind of ways, what's going on, but you got to stay dedicated to that thing, mm-hmm. right? And you look back, oh my gosh, I remember when I first came, I couldn't hit nothing. Now I'm out here chipping, I'm putting, I got my clubs, I got my grip, I got, all these little things, right? And those are the things I think that young people are falling in love with, where well, if I can do this on a chessboard, I can do anything. It's my problem is nothing anymore. Because I've trained my brain to say, oh, it's just step by step. I can focus for longer. I can concentrate longer now. And just that confidence. A lot of it is that I think our young people can be told from a young age, mm-hmm. well, our people just aren't good at that kind of thing. Like we just not good at math. We're just not good at science. What do you mean? We invented this whole thing. What do you mean? Thing. So, knowing who you are and whose you are and having that confidence, that's the game changer.
So it's the confidence, it builds the confidence.
People will say you need to be smart to play chess. That's not true.
What do you mean? What do you need to be? What are some of the characteristics of the best chess players?
You don't need to be smart to play chess. Chess makes you smart. That mindset shift changes everything, right?
Okay.
To think that just like any muscle on your body, right? Mm-hmm. You can be, you can go into the gym, you pumping your weights. It's a little painful, right? Keep on going back. Oh, now your muscles getting stronger. Well, your brain works the same way. So young people having a growth mindset to say, okay, I may not be good at chess today, but if I keep on going, I keep on losing and getting better and better and better, I'm actually building up a muscle. Now I have pattern recognition. Now I know, oh, I've been here before. When I was here last time, this happened. Now I know what to do, right? It's that growth mindset. Your brain is just like any other muscle. You got to work it to grow it.
We used to get grades in school for, I don't know if that still happens. You got 4 little ones. On your report card, before they got to the academics, your behavior was graded. You know, are you a cooperative? Do you obey instructions? Are you obedient? You know, your attitude. I mean, teachers did that. Do you, with your students, do you see, does it make them more social, more sociable? Now, Bobby Fischer is known for being, he's a brilliant guy, and brilliant people tend to be a little different.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not even that, because he's, had some antagonistic racial views, and maybe that helps to color people's opinion of him now. Although he is hailed as one of the greatest who've ever played the game. Help me to understand: is it because it seems like it's solitary, and
it can be, and I think traditionally it has been like that.
Traditionally it has been. What has changed, or what is changing?
Well, with the step ahead, the idea is that we're gonna get master chess players. Like we're gonna produce some of the best players in the world, but that's not our goal, right? The goal is to actually produce the best person, right?
Explain.
We're with the chess is just a tool, right? We know that because chess has all these qualities and can build these students up, and we can build a community of young people together and do things like expose them on trips and college tours and show them that they can do anything that they want to be. That's what it's about. It's not about producing the greatest chess player. That's actually, I think, a flaw with how we've been trying to do things. When you look at school now, a lot of it is about who has the best test scores.
Yeah.
Right? So everything is now, well, we got to get ready for the test, study for the test, all about the test. What about just building the best people who are kind and compassionate and work well in teams and know how to solve problems together? That has nothing to do with the test. A test is a very isolated thing. It's all about me and the test, and this is what I'm doing. But you got to go into this world and work with other people that are different than you, right? So with us, having great chess players is just a byproduct, right? It's chess lessons on the board, but more importantly, life lessons off the board.
What are the characteristics of some of your good, better, and best players?
Yeah. So I think about Jaden. We're talking about Jaden up on the plane today. So there's a young man named Jaden, y'all, and he's up in Minnesota. And he tried to join his chess club in Minnesota. So he joined. He was the only black boy in the club. And he was like, man, this ain't for me. This ain't cool. It ain't fun. So he quit chess. His mom finds us online during COVID. So she's like, oh, what is this? A step ahead chess. What is this online? Now, dad is like, no. We tried chess before. Jaden does basketball and swimming. He does not do chess. Mom was like, hold on, let's just try. Let's get him in. So he joins us online. And he sees players and coaches that look like him. Jaden falls in love with the game. And y'all, he becomes the Minnesota State chess champion. And that shows just the power of what we're doing here. He's way in Minnesota, but now he has access that he wouldn't get there to players and coaches and a team of people that say, no, it don't have to be how you saw it over here. We actually make the game fun. And he was just having fun and fell in love with it and goes on. And he'll go to these tournaments and they're like, where is this kid from? Who's coaching him? Where is he? You know, many times he's the only black kid at these tournaments.
Have you seen him? How have you seen him grow or blossom?
Oh my gosh. Jaden, I think about Jaden and Marco. There's another young boy named Marco. Marco's from the West Side.
On the west side of Chicago.
On the west side of
Chicago.
I
said, is under-resourced. Not, you got lots of talent over there, but there's no money. And so there's that.
Yeah. So we meet Marco at this organization called The Block. He was boxing, right? So we partnered with them, and our students would do boxing, this physical workout, and then after do chess, a mental workout. because it's all strategy.
Okay.
It's strategy, right? So, you're learning discipline. You're getting in there up in the ring, working hard. You're actually working together.
And you're not just swinging in boxing. I don't think that people give boxers enough credit for the strategy.
The strategy.
If you really listen to Muhammad Ali speak, and if you listen to Mike Tyson, these are brilliant guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they understand human beings. They understand how we function under stress, and if I do this, it's because out of all of the sports, it's like you would choose boxing. Mm-hmm. That to me is fascinating.
Mm-hmm. No,
and boxing and chess.
There's a lot of similarities. So Marco starts with boxing, falls in love with chess. This young man is going to tournaments. I think he went like 20 wins straight, winning tournaments. Took Marco and Jaden both to nationals, to super nationals, up in Orlando, Florida, this past May. 6,000 players, best players from all over the world. They both placed in nationals. Now these two young men couldn't be more different places, different upbringings. But when you see them come together, we say, oh my gosh, like Marco with this old soul, and Jaden, he's like a little gremlin. But they come together, and it's like, wow, So, we talked about how some chess players can be very like antisocial.
Yeah.
Right? But like our kids, very well rounded. A lot of them play sports, right? So it's a thing where they're taking that natural competitive energy that they have, but now focusing it on this strategy, mental game that doesn't have anything to do with their physical ability.
But in this program, you emphasize you created a family. I mean, whatever their backgrounds are, because everybody doesn't have a mother and father at home, or mom or dad, or just some people might not even be living with their parents. I'm struck by what I saw the video today of your trip to Washington, D.C. last year. Mm-hmm. It looked like it was a family vacation. Mm-hmm. Explain that.
That's actually what it is. So they're different components of the program, right? Obviously, the lessons and the that has to be on point. We have some of the best coaches in the world that we're growing, but also the parent engagement piece, right? So you think about back in the day, think about how invested your parents were in your education.
The PTA.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Parent Teacher Association.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, everyone is working together here. Mm-hmm. It's not a thing where I just drop my kids off. The school is separate. The parent is separate. The police is separate. This should be one community all together, all working all together in unison, right? So when our parents come, they come to these trips. They bring their siblings, right? We're all coming together. We're all learning together. And I think those are going to be those like core memories where they look back and say, oh man, mom, dad, remember where we went here? We did that. Mm-hmm. And it's building, a stronger bond. And now these families, they are connected. Oh, wait, you from here? You from here? Oh man, but we got the same mindset. Mm-hmm. It don't matter where we're from. So I think step ahead chess can be a thing that, through all the stuff we're going through right now, all the barriers that we have, I think it's going to break through all those barriers and bring really people closer together.
So you're saying that you see kids, because look, classism is real, right? But it's something about leveling the playing field. Yep. When you see people play team sports, whatever you were raised with, you want the best person on the team. And it seems to me beyond wanting the best person on the team, you want the people in this a step ahead. What is it? A step
ahead chess.
A step ahead chess. That everybody's pulling for each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when I saw, and how can people reach you online?
Yeah. So
because I want you to see the videos that I saw on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can find us anywhere. Instagram, Facebook, our website is all stepaheadchess.org. Mm-hmm. That's the letter A, stepaheadchess.org.
Okay.
And really, just join our tribe. You'll see people from all different backgrounds, from all over. And I believe chess can be the great like equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you talked about that even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
We're up over that chessboard. It's the same 64 squares. No matter where you're from, we can speak a different language, right? Doesn't matter. Old, young, man, woman, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is, it's the great equalizer. And they're learning that they're better together than they are apart.
Have you seen any kids who came in, I mean, just really turn around? Like, have parents brought them here, like, brought them to you saying, my child is struggling, they're in trouble?
Yeah.
If how do you deal with those kids?
Yeah. Yeah. We've had parents or students, young people with uh, diagnosed with so autism
Mm-hmm.
and so ADHD as well.
ADHD, sure.
And the parents will come in, oh my goodness, they can't focus, right? Well, chess helps with that. Chess is actually studies that show that students with autism that are very antisocial,
Mm-hmm.
right? They like chess because it's a set of rules that don't change.
Very structured.
Right? Yeah. And it actually gives them a chance to be more social. Well, now they may not play basketball, but now they can be a part of a team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even the ones that aren't as athletic. Maybe I can't run fast. I can do basketball or football. I'm not that big or strong, but now I can be part of a team. Right? And I think that's another strong piece, you know?
Absolutely. When you are, I mean, how can people get involved? I mean, do you have, where do you meet? I mean, is it virtual? I mean,
Yeah.
how does this work?
So we have after school programming in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 5 different schools now: Brownsville Classical, National Teachers Academy, Village Leadership Academy,
Mm-hmm.
Kellogg School, the Academy Group. We also partner with them on Saturdays. And if you're not part of one of those schools, you can still join us virtually. We have a hybrid model where students are actually taking chess lessons from their home. So they have access to the best coaches from all over the country and world that they can take lessons from their home, and they still compete with us in person every month at our tournaments. So we do virtual lessons weekly. We do tournaments monthly. We do an exploration trip every year where we all come together, no matter where you are. And people can come in. I mean, you can definitely by signing your child up, get them involved. Doesn't matter who you are. We are a nonprofit, so we do have families that can pay. But the families that don't pay, we offer scholarships to them.
Okay.
The cost of programming is $2,000 per student per year. And right now, Santita, we have over 100 students on our wait list.
Wow.
So, young people that are eager to get involved, we just don't have the capacity right now.
What do you need to get the capacity for these young people, because they want to get in? I mean, there's got to be something that they're doing while they're waiting to get in, right? I mean, is there, because it's like, I would think that you would have some kind of onboarding process, like, well don't not do anything,
Right.
What do you need to expand the program, and what do you do with kids who cannot get in?
Yeah.
Just yet.
Yeah. If it depends on like where they're coming from. We have schools, right, that want to partner with us, right? If we can get funding for the school, then we can get everyone at that school to then be a part of the program. Right now, those 100 students that are on the wait list, right, at $2,000 per student, $200,000 takes all those students off the wait list. We coaches, right? So growing this coaching pipeline, because the more coaches we have, the more students that we can serve. We have 25 coaches now. So we try to keep like a 12-to-1 ratio of the amount of coaches that we have to handle those amount of students. So we're trying to grow our pipeline of coaches. But yeah, I mean, funding is a big piece of it. And of the day, you know, all the stuff costs money.
Well, yeah, and and I'm wondering, like, have you partnered with any churches, or is it primarily academic institutions that you think have the bandwidth?
So in the past, we've primarily been partnering with schools, but y'all may know CPS has had a lot of cuts with funding.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of institutional cuts now with funding.
there are cuts everywhere, but in the military, you don't have to touch that. I do, and what they're cutting people's needs, but the greed of the upper classes are being fed, and to me, this work is so important at a time when Americans need to be globally competitive. Wait a minute now. Globally competitive. In other countries, you see, my sister when she was getting her PhD, she was studying, I think it was in Sweden or Norway. I mean, it wasn't Denmark. It might have been one of the Nordic countries. I think it might have been Sweden. And she said, when you turn on the radio, you can go from station to station and learn another language. But that's the kind of investment. I'm not saying that we should remove popular music, but everybody, we're looking at a world in which America is not the number one economic superpower anymore. That has quietly changed. That's China. That's real. And look, beyond everything, what no one can take away from the United States is culture. We've got that on lock because you got everybody here. But in order to really be great as an artist, you need to be able to think critically. This is just, Michelangelo was a critical thinker. Michael Jackson could sound out, could sing every part of every instrument, not just the vocals. He could sing every part. He would correct Louis Johnson, who was one of the greatest bassists in the world. No, what I'm hearing in my head is this, that, and he would sing it.
Just stop hearing
There's some people I know, like my father, perfect recall. We decided we were going to get him straight one day. All five of us, we said, we are going to talk with him. I knew we were in trouble when we said to him, when he looked at us and said, no, all of you, each of you, say what you got to say. I said, we are sunk. Because he heard everything that everybody had to say. My sister has nothing to say. She was like 12. And he came back one by one, point by point, and took everybody apart.
Wow.
My brother Jonathan said, this is not fair. You do this for a living. But I'm just saying, at a time when we really need, but these are people who they were products of another age, when you were not inundated with television, where everybody got a library card, or somebody did.
Yeah.
You had talent shows.
Yeah.
You had to learn how to play an instrument.
Yes.
I mean, these are things that we used to do, and so I'm trying to find out from you, just because you're in Washington, we're in Washington, and we are looking at. You're going to be before people who do policy. This is the kind of program specifically that we need. Our children need this if they're going to be able to compete on the world stage. And I would imagine that as our children are winning these national competitions, number one, they feel that they can do anything. Anything. So you're training kids who are unafraid to go anywhere in the world and do their thing.
Yeah. And actually, again, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. Like they're actually.
Do you know how huge that is?
Because you have no fear now, right? At the end of the day, if we go and win, of course we're gonna celebrate, but we're gonna get this experience and we're gonna go regardless, and we're gonna do it all together, right? Like that. That's everything. I think now we're raising young people that are conditioned to it, where they think if they lose, that they're a failure.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
I win, you lose. There's nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And Lonnie Guinier, who President Clinton named, he nominated her to be an assistant, one of the assistant attorney generals for the United States. She was a Harvard professor, really one of the greatest legal minds ever produced in this country's history. And they savaged her because they said she must be a socialist, communist, but all because she talked about being fair. She said, "No, we've got to grow up in our politics. We can't have a win lose model paradigm for how we live, for how we run, how we do our politics, for how we live.
Mm-hmm.
People, everybody has to get something." And I'm just struck by the fact that in this program, it seems that everybody's getting something. All these kids, when I saw the video today, I was struck by the joy,
Mm-hmm.
the excitement that the kids
Mm-hmm.
have. I know I keep going back to that, but
Yeah.
it's
I'm so glad you said that though,
yeah.
because one of our um, another mantra, right? Another mindset is joy over fear.
Why joy over fear?
If you look at education,
Because you know when you are fearful,
mm-hmm.
you have no joy.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Think about education as we've known it. Everything is fear based.
What do you mean?
If I don't get a good grade, right, I'm a failure. If I get in trouble, I go to the principal's office. Everything is fear based. And that kind of conditions you to go into a world that's also fear based. Well, if I don't get this right job and be in this right place and get married at this right time, it's all fear based.
And so I'm not going to do anything.
Or I may get trapped in something
mm-hmm.
where it is just all about me. Right? Well, okay, well, I'm winning now. I'm doing the right thing. Forget if the whole community is left behind. Well, I won. Right? That's what a fear-based model does. Mm-hmm. A joy-based model brings everybody together. And you can motivate people far more with joy than you can with fear, especially young people.
Do you see that as a father yourself?
Yeah, of course.
And do you think that being a father, well, but being a husband and being a father, because you and your wife have been married 12 years, but you've been together 19.
Yeah.
So that's your adult life.
Yeah.
But I see you as someone who, having made those kinds of emotional and spiritual investments, you've had to work through issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. I remember reading about Diana, Princess of Wales. And Queen Elizabeth is reported to have said, if I wish I thought this marriage through. Her parents' broken marriage broke her. And because she never saw a marriage, her parents had not worked through their issues, she wasn't equipped for this. Mm. Don't get me wrong, everybody. I'm not saying that if you are divorced or divorcing, that you're not equipped to bring children up who can have marriages that don't end in divorce. And I'm not saying that every divorce is a loss, but what I am saying is there was something else that she was talking about, because she was also at the cornerstone of an institution. Mm. So she said, wait a minute, when you see yourself as an institution, and really white families see themselves institutionally, because, and you see that, and that's not shaming anyone. I think that if we, as Black people saw themselves as an institution, you held families together, because institutions are bigger than the individuals in them. And I'm just getting the sense that what you're building are people who really understand their own worth, but they also understand the value of being part of something greater than themselves. Mm-hmm. I only have a couple of minutes left here. What do you want to say? How can people get in touch with you? See, this was painless, wasn't it?
No, this is great. I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, people are like saying stuff in chat.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, y'all.
How can they get in touch with you?
Yes. So the website, we actually just got our website revamped. So we have a brand new website, stepaheadchess.org, the letter A, stepaheadchess.org. Check us out on social media. We actually have an event coming up Saturday, October 4th, next Saturday.
Okay.
It's our annual A Step Ahead Chess Open. So we saw a problem in Chicago where if you wanted to go to a rated tournament, you had to go up north to Skokie, Naperville. There were no tournaments actually in the city. So 4 years ago, we started the Step Ahead Chess Open, where we have a free rated tournament right on the south side and free for everyone. And we pay for your U.S. Chess Federation membership. So,
get out of
so
here.
if you're not a member, you become a member then. You can take that membership now and compete at any national tournament. So now you have like a chess rating. You can go and compete at a tournament like nationals, like the ones that we all travel to.
Well, we've got to get the word out, everybody.
Yeah, it's next week. It's part as a tournament, but this year we're doing something different. We're gonna have open chess play, meaning that anyone can come up, old, young, whoever. You can come get a game, or you can get a free lesson. And the lesson is going to be given by guess who? By the youth coaches.
Wow.
Right? So they're going to be young people, high school, college school kids, maybe even some of the 9 and 10-year-olds going to come in and they're going to be teaching even adults how to play chess. And you talk about confidence. Imagine a young person knowing that, wow, these things that I know, I can teach someone that's older than me, right? And actually teach them something new. So it's going to be a great time. Y'all can come out.
Where is it going to be?
It's at National Teachers Academy in the South Loop, 55 West Cermak. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you go on the website, you'll see the flyer right there. You can register for free. We're going to have lunch for everybody too as well. So yeah, come on out.
A Step Ahead Chess.
That's right.
Remember, it's chess, not checkers, everybody.
Yes, and it's not a loss. It's a lesson.
Amen to that. It has been a blessing to have met you today. And we've been rolling around all day. All day. All day. Well, you know me, I don't meet strangers. But I was so struck by you. I even shared my Garrett's popcorn with him today. Hey. So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he was like, no, I don't want any. I don't want any. I said, yeah, you do. You know you do. I know it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I know you want it. I know you do. What did Janet Jackson say? You know you want this. But I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the work that you're doing, really helping our young people become the human beings that they're supposed to be. And may God bless you. Teaching is God's work. It is God's work. And no, thank you. Thank you. The tournament, October 4th, Saturday, where can we go to astepaheadchess.org.
.org. You can sign up and register for free there. Saturday, October 4th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Everyone's welcome to come out.
All right. He'll be back to talk about that, but I'm going to be talking about the issues that are most important to us, but I'm going to do it in a minute because I've got to run to my brother's event. CBC weekend, everybody. That's right, y'all. I'm here. I am here. And you are there, and I love you so much. Max Myrick, you are in D.C. I hope to see you while I'm here for a couple of days. I sure am. And Frank, I will. You talking about my Uncle Noah? Is that who you're talking about? Let me know, my man. Let me know, because I love my Uncle Noah, and I love my cousin Noah, too. So I'm sending you so much love. And we will be back in about an hour to talk about, got to talk about the issues that you want these legislators to deal with. It can't get more important than that. The Santita Jackson Show, AM 950 Radio, the voice of progressive Minnesota. See you in a little bit.
Peace.
Told you. Now I got it. Wait a minute.